It's Monday morning. I've just made myself some tea and I'm thinking about what to do this week. My name is Carly. My pronouns are they, them. And this is another installment of my writing vlog. If you're new here, I'm at the start of a new volume in a series, but every volume is a standalone. They're connected by one particular character who is not the point of view character. But otherwise they're supposed to stand on their own, which is a challenge, but a nice one because at the end you get a book that's not too overwhelming. So I was like between 60,000 and 80,000 is the goal. And let me just take a sip. I'm writing longhand. There's about 50,000 words fit in this book. I'm in chapter 4. I'm writing chronologically, and I'm in sort of the last third of chapter 4. So that's amazing, but I'm still in a very precarious moment where I'm not that sure where the story is going to go. I'm more of a gardener writer. I can't plan everything to the nth degree because then I'm too bored to write it. This is the summary of where we are at the moment. Last week, I was able to get quite a few things off my to-do list for my indie imprint. This week, I want to focus on marketing my being at my local Pride event. I have a stand there, so I take my little gazebo and my books there. It's supposed to be right in the middle of another heat wave, so I need lots of snacks, lots of water to tide me over because I'm going to be alone at my stand. One of the things when you tend to do lots of stuff on your own and are a bit too independent. Um, so yeah, but I've got the instructions for the event. It's really well organized, and I've attended it the last couple of years since it's been active. I've marched in the Pride March, and I'm really looking forward to it just because my books are exceedingly queer, so they fit right in. And it's also because I'm very local. There are so many connection points. So yeah, I'm going to be focusing on preparing for the event. The car is already a bit packed. I need to put some more boxes in, but not too many. I think I should be okay with just 2 runs. I have a really sturdy trolley that I love, that I need to employ for this. So yeah, it's sort of more, it's probably a bit of a different vlog this time because it's not so much sitting down and writing, it's also like more organizing and more um documenting um the how we are proceeding to the event. I've done a few craft markets this year already, so it's not the first time that I'm putting up the gazebo, which is great because yeah, if this was the first time I would do it, um, I think I have too much writing on this event to treat it as, yeah, just see how it goes. I want to do like little bits and pieces for the table. I'm also not quite sure what like decorations to put up, if I should put decorations up, because I think there's going to be quite a few books on the table, so it might be best to sort of not overload it with stuff. So yeah, that's That's a lot of things that I'm thinking about this week. I'm also continuing to write, of course, but it's not going to be the main focus. Um, and I'm slowly trying to return to a manuscript that I typed up recently and that I need to give another read through to get at least rid of the most heinous typos before it goes to beta reading. That's the to-do list for this week. It's a shorter one. Oh yeah, and I ordered the proof copy for volume 6. I'm not sure that this will arrive during this vlog. It's volume 6 in my queer fantasy series. It's the last volume in the series. It will be out in November, and currently I'm sort of prepping everything to make sure it arrives when it arrives. And ugh, I keep doing that. I almost forgot that's also coming towards the release day of volume 5. Because I'm usually before schedule, I think I'm neglecting the books when they then come out. I need to get a grip on that. So, yes, volume 5 is also being released at the 15th of July, which um, it's very likely that the vlog itself will go up after that, maybe like 2 weeks after that. So everything's a bit, for technical purposes, it's always a bit out of sync. Um, but that's another thing that I need to promote. And I'll tell you how that goes in a bit. I just had a really good writing sprint in my lunch break. I'm now in chapter 5 and I've entered the flow. I think because I had more dialogue in this last bit. And when two characters are starting to ping back words, it always helps me to enter the zone. So that was a relief because I don't know. I'm still in that phase where I'm feeling not quite sure about the direction of everything. One of the recent manuscripts I actually abandoned after 16 chapters because I actually one that was supposed to be in that series too. And then I thought, no, it doesn't work. I've written 60 chapters, but some of it might be usable for other stuff, but the main thing doesn't work. So what I did was that I took these two characters that were again double POV and pulled them apart. And then I told one part of the story and took, at the beginning I thought I would keep the other person with the character, and took her story completely away from this one and wrote or started to write a new manuscript. So yeah, sometimes it comes very late in the day when you've already put so much work into it that you realize it doesn't work. So I'm quite happy that this is now at a stage where I'm sort of seeing the cast come together and have the first two dragons have appeared now, and something that could be said is an animal sidekick. He isn't really. He's more like a mascot of the Dragon Watch, but that's always fun writing animal sidekicks. I often have magical sidekicks, but this one is a non-magical one, which is also a nice experience. And I think that's going to be it for the rest of today. I have my second half of the workday to do, and I think this evening I will relax quite a bit. I'm also starting to plan a bit for my upcoming holiday to Scotland, which I'm going to vlog as well, in parts at least. I'm going particularly to Scotland because of the landscape, because of the potential of inspiration. I usually call them inspiration quests. And I'm really looking forward to that as well. So I need to just figure out what I'm going to take. And when I have to wash what with the upcoming heat wave, at least stuff is going to dry reasonably fast. I don't have a dryer. So yeah, it all requires a bit of deliberation. It's Wednesday morning, and yesterday I had another good writing day, and I'm now in the second fifth of this notebook. I'm in chapter 6 officially, and the cast is starting to assemble. I think I can talk a bit more about the main character in the story now because I found out more about them. Um, their name is Wicht Silverfox, and they are the ninth sibling in their family. Their parents are not around, so they've always needed to find their place among their siblings and fight for, hey, I'm here too. So they're not spoiled as such. They just need to stand their ground and make themselves like being observed to. So they have a very forthright tone to them, and they try to annoy other people a bit so they pay attention to them. And what they always wanted was to become part of the Dragon Watch in their settlement, which is a very elite troop, but they've never been considered material for the Dragon Watch. Every Silver Fox, as the family who is closest to what the Watch do, has one chance to sit the exams and become part. None of Wicht's siblings have managed to get into the Watch, but they are still taking their chance to do it. They are a non-binary character. I love to write non-binary characters, not just because it's of on voices, but also because the world that my fantasy stories take place in have like much more generous ideas of gender. The idea is that all children are being born as non-binary beings. Some of them decide on the House of Women, some of them on the House of Men, and some of them don't decide. and you can change anytime you want to. It's not connected to your body, it's more connected to the role you want to have in the society. Women are the leaders, men and non binary people are the ones who get married off for alliances. That's the basic principle of the world that I'm writing in, or one of the worlds, because this world has other cultures that oppose this understanding, and this is where the conflict comes from. And then also, um, time moves on, and things may be different later on because of outside influences, although so far they've always been really good in keeping people away from what they understand how things are being done. So yeah, it's a great fun adventure to write in this society, and also about the religion that is connected to magic in my world. So all magic comes from gods, and if you're a wizard, you need to, and you want to do magic, you need to have a really good relationship with a god, or they just want to use you because you have a special thing going on. The gods are not nice people, they have their own agenda. So, yeah, lots of fun that I'm having. And I think today I'm going to go down to the coffee shop and write in my lunch break. Um, Today is also market day, so I might buy myself some nice flowers, some nice veggies. Maybe the cheese guy is there, so maybe some nice cheese. I think he was on holiday last week, so maybe not. Um, that's the plan for today. I'm holding off getting back to typing. I know I don't want to. Yesterday I met um, my friend who is like the other part of the science fiction project, and we talked a bit about where we want the story to go. At the moment, we are still in sort of the phase where the crew exists as their own people, and now they are sort of moving towards their intention why they join an organization that is then going to take them off world. And even though it's not that much to type compared to other projects, I'm still a bit hesitant, I think, because I did such a big typing thing only recently. And yeah, but I know I need to start eventually. In a way, it's nice to be a bit like before schedule with the other stuff, but yeah, to summarize typing the science fiction thing and reading back on a season of Frosted Blossom are the two main tasks. And my local pride is this weekend, and I still need to sort some stuff for it. Mainly, I want to make myself a little flower crown thing. Um, I'm going to wear a hat because it's going to be 30 plus degrees on Saturday, but I dried some flowers last year, and I want to make myself a little decoration for the hat. That's the plan. Uh, Maybe I'd do this morning. I wanted to do it yesterday, but then got way late, as it happens. Um, Yeah, I'll if I do it, I'll take some footage. I thought we could do like a little market haul. So first is a little pot of chervil sprouts. I'm always looking out for something a bit unusual, and the vendor who sells them said, "Oh, she was wondering whether she would sell them today." But there we are. Um, I'm trying to take off a little bit and try and if I can grow them on in the pot to go a bit bigger and maybe flower because they have these beautiful white umbels that bees love. From the same vendor, I got like a mix of sprouts. I, yeah, just love anything sprout related. Then a bit of lamb's lettuce or corn salad, as they call them. One red onion, two little cucumber. One still has like the little flower attached. I want to make smashed cucumber salads with them. Really love those. And then two flat peaches. I think I need to give them a couple of days. They're not quite ripe yet. And then beautiful flowers. These are the ones that you can dry and then yet they last ages. I've actually already bought one and dried them this summer to replace the one that I had all year. The one that I had all year, I want to use in my flower crown. For this one, um, I think I'm going to just use as it is because it's beautiful. Um, but yeah, that's what I'm thinking at the moment. It's hotting up outside, and that definitely had an effect on my writing today. I was really distracted for a long time. Even though the coffee shop has air conditioning, which is why I like going there in my lunch break just to cool off a bit. But yeah, I don't know what it was. Maybe because it's market day, so it's very busy, and you had like lots of the noise levels just higher. Maybe that was it. I managed to, I think, write about 3 pages, so it's definitely not what I wanted to do, but it's 3 pages. I definitely need to take those wins as they come because I think my distraction will only grow when it gets even hotter. On the decorations for my hat for this weekend. So at the moment, that's what I'm trying to do. I might get some fresh flowers on the day, but I think they're just going to die, so I might stick with the dried flowers. But I think they look really nice, so I'm just trying to poke in as many as I can. I've made like a band, like a ribbon with some rough wool that I've plaited up so I have spaces to stick stuff in. So that's it. I think that's what I'm going to stick to. I'm probably going to lose quite a bit on the day, or do a bit more, but I have a bun at the moment, so it's difficult to wear. But yeah, I'm definitely going to take a few pictures. And yeah, these are all like straw flowers, so they definitely get through that day. I really like it. It's Thursday and it's so hot outside, blisteringly hot. So I don't think I'll leave the house again today. Um, it was really nice and cool in the coffee shop just to let myself simmer down. Had a better writing session today. I've been thinking more about the structure of the book too. Um, whether for this one I should have it in more like smaller chunks than I usually do, just to account for some like time jumps. There isn't any big time jump yet, but just to sort of now another era begins in the story. Today, the one person that I was thinking about giving a second POV has arrived. She hasn't she hasn't said anything yet, but she has arrived and immediately it gets complicated. She's a very powerful person and she has a very strong opinion on the dragons and what to do with them, how to deal with them. So yeah, she's going to be really interesting to write, also because she's like really embedded in the volume before this, but now she's about 30 years of age and has seen a lot of stuff go down. And she's always been very, let's say, strong willed, but now there's nothing stopping her. And it's going to be really interesting to bring her and the main character together because the main character is definitely not like off her sphere. Um, they are one of the simple folk, as they call it. So they are basically um, the ones being ordered about by the rulers and the wizards. So yeah, it's going to be really interesting. Um, there's always been like discussions about class in my books, but I think this is one thing where it definitely comes to a head, especially as I don't really want Vich to have a magic power for themselves. They might or might not have like a special bond with the dragons, but it's more of a, oh yes, they like them. The dragons really like them, and they just love creatures. I think one of the reasons why sort of the magical creature thing has come to the fore now for me is because I'm obsessively watching zookeeper documentaries on YouTube. And like the care towards the animals, but also the not so nice things that happen when you're responsible to keep an animal healthy and make the best decisions. Especially the dragons here, they're not pets, really. They're not human pets, let's say. You are responsible to keep them as best as you can to please the gods. So there are lots of difficult questions. I also wanted like the magical creature care to be, yeah, it's mainly scrubbing poo and cutting up food. I have worked with animals, so that's yeah, that's the main part. but you do it because you really love them and you get to know their characters. And yeah, so I think it's also because I don't have a pet at the moment. So I'm really, I'm saying hello to every dog that I meet, basically. So I need, like, the dragons have a bit more of a pet-like nature, or like all the dragons that have come up in the story so far are young dragons. Some of them really just hatched. Some of them are a bit bigger. But I don't have like a really proper grown up scary dragon yet. As you can see, I'm my head is in the game now, and I really hope that I can keep up the momentum to create the story as it comes through. Yeah, I don't think I'll write more today, but definitely tomorrow. It's Thursday evening and it's slowly cooling down. As prophesied, I've not left the house again. But I've started to type up the science fiction project. I'm only half a chapter in, but I think it's a good thing to do that parallel the um, to the new draft because it's such a different one. I don't think it's going to confuse me in any way. I think I'm going to wrap up this vlog with this positive note. If you enjoy my kind of vlogging, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. I'm only just getting started. I'm figuring stuff out. Um, and hope that I can keep the momentum going. As mentioned, I'm going to go to Scotland in a week. Oh my god. A week and a half. So that's going to be an interesting thing to post about. And thank you so much for watching. Have a good day.